Everybody, it's Lyn from Lyn's Crafts. I've got a sheet of black souffle clay, and as you all know, the souffle is just not my favorite clay. It's not sticky enough for me, and I know for a lot of people the stickiness of the other clays is a problem. That's why they like the souffle, but not really my favorite. So I'm gonna just use this, trying to use up some of my souffle clay. I've done this before with toilet paper tubes. I'm gonna do this one today with a piece of cardstock that I've just taped together. Alright, if it was a toilet paper tube, just pinch the end, tape it shut. The cardstock, I just rolled in a tube, pinched the end, taped it shut. Alright, I'm not worrying about the frayed edge of the souffle clay. I've also got this, to me it looks like a gargoyle. It's a keyhole from the IOD molds, the keyhole molds. And then I've got this key that I did previously in the painting the resin key with acrylic paints. Alright, I've got this flourish stamp from a Stamping Up set of stamps. This is the set of stamps in case you already have it. If you don't, I apologize, it's been discontinued, so probably not going to be able to find it. I've tried. Alright, I'm gonna try to impress around the edges of the clay. And yes, I've had lots of questions about my hand. I burned it taking a casserole dish out of the oven. So, if you're wondering, that's what happened. I promise, I really am a good cook. Alright, I really do want to go all around the edge. Now on the bottom right here, I'm going to flip it over and do it on the other side. And you'll see why in a bit. Alright. Now, I'm going to leave it turned over on the back. Try to clean off the schmutz. I'm not sure what that is. Probably a bit of clay that was in my pasta machine. Okay, and I don't know why I said do it on the wrong side. Alright. I promise this will work. I'm going to fold up the bottom edge. Alright, now you got to decide, do you want to fold these end bits in with the with the clay and have it be that thickness, or do you want to cut them back? And you can cut them back in sort of a rounded shape. I think I'm just going to leave them. Let me see if I'm going to leave them. Alright, I am going to actually trim them back, but not much. And I'm going to try to follow the jagged sort of edge I've got going. Alright. Alright, because this is souffle clay, I may want to use a bit of Bacon Bond, but I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna trim the little corner out. Alright, and grab my Bacon Bond just in case. There's a little bit right there. There we go. Alright. I'm thinking that may stick without the Bacon Bond, but I'm gonna add the Bacon Bond to the back of the keyhole. Alright, I'm gonna try to put my hand or my acrylic roller on the inside to push against. To make sure that gargoyle is firmly pressed into place. Alright, now you can bake this just like this with the cardstock in. The cardstock is fine to bake at polymerclay temperatures. The flash point of paper, the point at which it will burst into flames, is around 400 degrees. So you got plenty of leeway there. I'm going to poke a hole. So I can add some wire or chain or whatever after it's baked. Alright, I'm going to bake this and I will be right back. 275 for 40 minutes. Got an oven thermometer in my oven. Okay, it's baked. I had to split the form down the middle to get the form back out, which was no big deal. I've got a little bit of the metallic luster in champagne ice. I'm just going to rub a bit right along the edge. Alright, you can go along the bottom if you want. Alright, you can do the back side. You can get a brush and do along behind the keyhole, if that's your choice. Alright, I just blended it out a bit. Alright, then I've got some silver acrylic paint, and this is the Gleams. It's actually ancient, but it's still good. Alright, and I'm just going to paint the keyhole. And I'm really just going to brush over the top. Alright. As usual, I get more on my hands than I do on anything else. Alright, I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and add some chain, and I'm going to hang the key from the chain. Alright. Alright, I've got a length of chain here. It's the antique bronze chain. These are like 12mm jump rings, and this is about an 8. And I've got 2 sets of needle nose pliers. The 8mm is to go on the key, which doesn't have a hole all the way through it. I'll have to drill that. Alright, now it's got a hole in it. Help if I added chain to it first, wouldn't it? Alright, now I've got it figured out. I've got some smaller jump rings. These are about 3mm, 4mm jump rings. And they're small enough to fit the chain. provided you can see the chain.